Yo, so if you're struggling with social anxiety, just listen to the whole video, okay? Because I've been there and I've managed to pull my way through it. And this is one of the biggest revelations I ever had throughout my journey. I feel like it's important to share this. So yeah, just bear with and yeah. So you're socially anxious, right? Let's just put a scenario out there. So we've all been in this scenario before. It is our favourite scenario as social anxiety sufferers. It is the scenario of you're walking down the street and someone you know is coming the opposite way. So your first thought is, oh my god, I don't want to see this person. Yeah, I just want to be on my own. And what I feel like the main thing is, right, that makes you anxious is that you don't know how to act. You literally think like, how do I act? How do I act? What do I do? So let's have a look at it from the other person's view, right? Let's use them as a model of someone who isn't socially anxious. So this person's Mickey, right? Mickey, he's a chill guy, and in his day-to-day life, he has his own reality. He is Mickey, and yeah, he's got his reality, he's got his world. When he comes across you as a non-socially anxious person, he doesn't change that. He stays as Mickey in my reality, Mickey. I am Mickey, and I'm going to greet you as Mickey. Whereas what we do as socially anxious people is we tend to chuck our reality out the window and build a conceptual reality of how we think Mickey wants us to act. And what I mean by conceptual reality is you make up this reality in your head. It's in your head of how do I think that Mickey wants me to behave. But you can't predict how Mickey wants you to behave. How do you know that? You're assuming this, and this is where I feel like, obviously, if you're socially anxious, you might feel quite misunderstood a lot of the time. Because really what you're doing in that situation where you're trying to cater for Mickey and how he wants you to act, how you think he wants you to act, what you're doing is you're actually being quite clever. You're thinking, right, it's going to be socially favourable for me to act in a way that he likes. But this is wrong. And no one's told you that this is wrong yet. I'm telling you now. What Mickey does is he stays in his reality so that he knows where he stands with you. He knows where he stands with everyone in life because he stays rooted in his reality. You, on the other hand, you throw your reality out the window and you create some made up fucking conceptual reality that no one's like, the world hasn't told you that you should do this. No one's told you you should do this, right? This is good in interaction. Your mind has created this story of I need to be socially favourable, therefore I'm going to act in a way that I think Mickey wants me to act. That's not the way you do it. What you need to do, right, is you need to establish what your reality is. So, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? Who are you really? What are your passions? What are you about? And then you wrap all that together. That's you. That's how you act when you're on your own, right? When you're liberated. I know how it is as a anxious person socially. You're liberated when you're on your own, right? You love it. You're free because you don't have to worry about other people. But the reality is, you don't have to worry about other people anyway. You're just choosing, your mind has created this story that you have to do that. When really, when you're liberated on your own, in your bedroom, doing what you do, doing what you're interested in, that's who you are. And you need to take that person into that little interaction between you and Mickey. This is, you might be thinking, and you are thinking right now, that is way easier said than done. I'm just going to tell you that it's not. And the reason why you might think it's really tough is because you might not be proud of this reality that I'm telling you to take in with you into the interaction. You might not be proud of it. You might be a bit of a slob. You might be jacking off to internet porn. You might be lying on the sofa all day. So, first things first, right, is that you need to change that. And that's just it. If you want to better your social anxiety, you need to change that. That is the first thing first. And I know this because I was that person. I was so lazy. I had the worst habits. I would eat all day. Oh man, just eating all day. Yeah, internet porn. All like most people. I'm not telling you you're a bad person if you do that. Most people are like it, man. But you want it, and this is where social anxiety can be a blessing for you. It can, well, it will. If you want it to get better, it's going to force you to step up in life because you're going to have to get rid of all of that. So you've got a reality that you're proud of, that you can take into these interactions. And then you stay rooted within it. You need to affirm this over and over again. It's going to take practice. You might slip up and forget sometimes, and it's easy to go back into the state of creating a conceptual reality, thinking, what does this person want me to act like? It's easy to slip back into it. But just be disciplined. Just every time it happens, because this feeling, this anxious feeling, this social anxiety, it's not going to completely go away. You will always have, it will become a hell of a lot better, like so much better. If you sort your life out and you meditate, you get to know yourself more, you start being easier with your thoughts, you start being easier on yourself. Just over time, it will get way better, I promise you, if you put the effort in. But the feeling will kind of always be there of like, shit, I'm feeling a bit anxious. It's how you respond to that, right? At the moment, you're having the feeling of being anxious, and then you're just giving up. You're throwing your reality out the window, and you're saying, how do I act? And then you create this made-up way of acting to please the other person. You basically throw away you to please them, which doesn't really make sense because most of the time, paradoxically, it won't please them. They will end up losing respect for you and wishing that you just came with your reality. So it's just a no-brainer. Like, you need to come with your reality. You need to come with you. And yeah, like I said, if you're not proud of you, you're going to have to change that. Start meditating. Meditate tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to meditate, okay? And if you've never done it before, you're going to try, you're going to start. One meditation, and also read a bit of a book if you have any like non-fiction that's going to broaden your mind. Do those two things tomorrow. Do them. Do it, please. Because you will just be proud of yourself, and you'll start the ball rolling of having this reality that you're proud of. A reality that you're willing, that you want to take with you. into interactions, and the reality is, right, it's what the world requires of you for you to bring your reality. Like everything that happens in the workplace, in your family, in social stuff, every single thing in life, what it requires of you every time is that you take your reality with you. You bring your reality along so people know who you are. It's called authenticity. In the workplace, they're gonna need to see your reality so they know what you are, what you're about, how to push you in certain areas. They need to know what your strengths are. So you need to have your reality there with you. Don't throw it away, because people don't know that you've thrown it away, right? People think that's just you, the conceptual made up bullshit reality. People just think you're a pussy. That's kind of what people think of you. They're not going to tell you to your face, oh, I think you're a bit of a pussy. Because if they did, right, you'd realise that the way your brain thinks you should do things is actually wrong. You'd be getting the feedback that is there's actually in line with the way you're acting. But people don't do that. People won't say, you're acting a bit of a, like, why are you trying to please me? People won't say that to you. So I'm telling you now, it's not the way to act. The way to act, if you want to rid yourself of this social anxiety and also just have a good life, to be honest, because you're going to have to sort this out. It's not a life living, you think it's okay, your mind thinks it's okay because your mind is used to it. You're going to have to fight against your mind a little bit. And this is why Zen, Buddhism, philosophy will help you as well, because the whole concept of Zen is that your mind is the enemy a little bit, and this has massively helped me getting to a point where I don't listen to my mind anymore. Sometimes I'll slip back into it, of course, I'm not enlightened, but yeah, meditation, reading Eastern style stuff. There's a lot of Western Eastern style stuff, so it's quite nice to read. Get into it, man. The Untethered Soul. Read The Untethered Soul, and Letting Go by David Hawkins will allow you to understand the emotions that happen with anxiety. And yeah, it's just read it and it will change your life. Probably, hopefully. It changed my life. Like, I can't assume that everyone's the same as me, but I would strongly guess that it would work the same for others. So, yeah, let's wrap it up, man. Like, you're just gonna have to give yourself some power back. Yourself, you. It's you, so it's your reality. Take it with you everywhere you go. So when you see Mickey coming down the street, you're gonna feel the anxiety. Don't judge that. Don't judge it. It's gonna happen. Just have the anxiety, and then you say on top of that, you go, right, I'm taking my reality with me. And if he doesn't like me, then I leave with my self-respect. So this is going to be, what this is going to do for you is it's going to create a knock-on effect, right? A compound effect of you having self-respect, which until now you've been throwing out the window in social interactions. Because even if you're nervous with Mickey, right, as long as you stay in your reality, he won't mind that. He will rate it. He will respect it. My camera keeps dying, so I'm just gonna have to wrap it up. Yeah, people will respect it if you're a bit nervous, but you stay rooted to yourself. You come with you. If you're nervous, people like it sometimes because it makes them feel comfortable. It makes them feel good about themselves. So don't think, oh, I'm nervous, that's so embarrassing. No, what's embarrassing is you throwing your power out the window. So keep your power. If it means starting reading, starting exercising, and start meditating, then that's what it means. And you're just gonna have to do it, man. And it will lead to an amazing life. So yeah, stay tuned for more social anxiety tips, because I truly believe that I can help you, for sure. And also just like life stuff, life mastery stuff, and just getting your shit on point, man. Woman. Yeah, we're gender neutral here. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to make more content, and yeah, just share information, and yeah, if it helped, please let me know.